Good morning, all ladies and gentlemen out there on Facebook. All my U.S. Constitution protects all lives matter. Unfortunately, as you know, there is Project M up and running in the United States of America in targeted areas. Those targeted areas are the areas that are offering free cell phones, which is Staten Island, New York, now the Bronx, and other areas. Also, you ought to be aware of certain ethnic groups that are working in conjunction with the individual FBI SIA program and the KSAC RAT program. The KSAC RAT program is those in the Drug and Alcohol Treatment Program and the New York State system, and the FBI SIA RAT program is U.S. wide, since the comprehensive residential drug treatment program is working in the Federal Bureau of Prisons, and their relapse prevention program, as the rats are given their 5K1 letters off the record, attend these sessions in Daytop Village or Good Samaritan Village, which it is known in other areas by. These people will break into your house under Cointel Pro. It's seen in Hobson versus Wilson, 737 Fed 3rd, 1 through 15, D.C. Circuit, 1997. And also SWP at Socialist Worker Party versus the United States Attorney General et al., which is the Southern District of New York, early on in the U.S. court system. Such individuals are dangerous. They've broken into my house several times, broken into U.S. Constitution Protects All Lives Matter, Inc. Work area, and illegally obtained files. Recently stole a flash drive containing files from the USDA case law, and cases pending against the United States Attorney General Executive Office throughout the country. It's Rizzoli versus Executive Office et al., 22 CV 1597. These individuals, I hope, are ready to take a death sentence because the roving bug which has been used caused me not to have children. So therefore, under 18 U.S.C. 2441 and Articles 2 through 9, must be given a death by hanging sentence. That's any participants, because that's under the RICO Act. When you act in unison and in concert with one another, as applied by the Southern District of New York and Eastern District to several Italian-American groups, one specifically U.S. versus Bellomo, 176 Fed 3rd, you get the page, it's Southern District of New York, 1997, which clearly stated the rights of the unborn Union voters, which was denied access to future Union votes due to the murdered father, therefore constitutes a RICO murder. So therefore, since this case law was applied, it must be applied to Kevin Rizzoli's case at bar, since what they conducted and what they did was me to be denied to have children. I'm 58 years old. They know what they did at USP Allenwood under the Barack Obama, Joe Biden administration, which Eric Holder, the black U.S. Attorney General, black United States Bureau of Prisons Director, and other people clearly state the facts. The facts are the facts. We the people, for the people, by the people. You can't have two sets of laws. There is one law to be applied to the United States. So therefore, since in U.S. versus Bellomo, you held that action to be a violation of the individual RICO Act, which constituted a RICO murder, we then go forth and say, hey, this is what we got. And if Damian Williams, and now U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York, wishes to challenge me, I gladly do. Because he was the assistant U.S. Attorney at the time under Barack Obama and Joseph Biden that prosecuted me and had me convicted for assaulting U.S. Marshals without any DNA evidence, but a videotape that shows them manhandling me in the basement of the federal building, ripping off my religious medals. So therefore, who is responsible? Damian Williams, his boss, Preet Bharara's boss, Eric Holder, and Eric Holder's boss, Barack Obama. So in 2012, we have that case. It's on video, it's transcribed, and the individual, Mr. Dinnerstein, who's located on Vesey Street, the 4th floor, an attorney who licensed to practice law and assigned by the United States court system to defend people, is clearly in violation of the Bar Association actions in unison and concert with the U.S. Attorney's Office. That's ABA Rules of Ethics, which is clearly defined in U.S. versus Valentine, 820 Fed 2nd, 565 to 575, D.C. Circuit, 1987. For a assistant U.S. attorney avering false and misleading information to alter the outcome of a court verdict, which also spills over to ADA Gattuso in the Bronx DA's office. So that ethics violation, in conjunction with the individual UN treaty law violation, Articles 2 through 9, and 18 U.S.C. 2441, clearly is implicit and explicitly implies death by hanging. We need to hang these people, and they need to be hung in public and send a message to the Demorats. You want to change this country? Well, there's laws to show you that if you violate the law in changing the country, you will be dealt with, and you will be taken and tried and convicted with the same acts that you convicted Republican Kevin Rizzoli, a United States Navy veteran, which you falsified paperwork on and said he belonged to the U.S. Army, and a Trump supporter in 2015, where your ally, Steve Fulop, and his band of merry men, who he hires, in violation of New Jersey laws, which is proven in the newspaper. So therefore, there is a conspiracy. There is numerous overt acts in unison and concert with one another, which we could see in Rizzoli versus BOP 230 Fed 3rd 371, DC Circuit 2001, and BOP Rizzoli versus FCI Allenwood 225 Fed 3rd 650, 3rd Circuit 2001, and the numerous actions to hinder court action in the 3rd Circuit recently, where briefs were stolen from the mail, which still are missing, which I'm still waiting to hear from the 3rd Circuit. And also briefs were mishandled in Washington, D.C. on a case before Honorable Judge Nichols, Rizzoli versus Executive Office, U.S. Attorney et al., 22 CV 1597. So therefore, we need to have this taken care of. The civil RICO before Judge Schofield in the Southern District of New York, 16 CV 7136, is clearly in violation of law. So therefore, these individuals need to be tried under the RICO, but they covered it up. There's missing videos. Lawyers say there is existence. The prosecutor's office in the Bronx says don't exist. That's a material fact in dispute. Judge Schofield never ordered a hearing. Never ordered Zoe Salzman, attorney for the defendants, into court to ascertain if those individual videos do exist, since she says they exist, and the Bronx DA's office says they don't. Here's an attorney for the defendants, the same people that the Bronx DA's office told them the videos don't exist, but they told Zoe Salzman they do exist. That's material fact in dispute. That appeal in the Second Circuit, in brief, has been sidetracked. Those videos removed from the docket sheet. So computers are really, really paying a serious, serious toll on this country. Computers, which robbed the election from Donald Trump, is paying a toll on this election. I started Trump Hudson County in 2015, the same year that Stephen Fulop and his merry men attacked me and threw me down the stairs, causing bodily injury to my hip and spine, which later surgical procedure was accelerated because of a car that tried to run me over. Who was in that car, we do not know. It might have been Stephen Fulop's people. It might have been the top echelon rat program people, since I exposed one in Rizzoli versus the BOP 230 Fed 3rd 371 D.C. Circuit and was ordered released from prison by a Third Circuit Court of Appeals full panel. That's 225 Fed 3rd 650. So who's responsible? Is the FBI SIA program responsible? Is the FBI SIA responsible for the breaking into the house? Or is Stephen Fulop's people on behalf of Barack Obama? You make the decision, you make the opinion. You are human beings, you have a mind, use it. Because now, with this most recent flash drive being taken, what you can see the door was ajar. That's an illegal break-in. Police don't do nothing about it. So no use. I've made 3 police reports. Nothing's being done. They don't even come and print the place. So that goes to show you what is going on with the Demorats. So therefore, the Demorats need to be taken and questioned. A grand jury, I believe a grand jury is not even worth it. A congressional hearing and bringing Damian Williams forth and ordering Barack Obama and Joe Biden to testify and Eric Holder as to why their authorization of Project M, MK Ultra, and Cointel Pro was authorized under their administration to be applied to U.S. citizens. When a federal court of appeals in the D.C. Circuit said it was illegal to be applied in the United States of America, and MK Ultra, which is Project M, by the United States Supreme Court, it shall not be applied on the shores of the United States of America. That is Sims versus the CIA, 85 LED second, 173. Thank you very much.